in Brussels.
That is a pretty good line. Let's continue our coverage now on this situation over there in Europe.
With more, David Stockman, former budget director under President Ronald Reagan. David, is this a joke?
Yeah, I think it is. This is the seventh serial smoke and mirrors exercise. I think it's got a half-life of a couple weeks. This crisis is going to go on and on and on because they're not facing the massive sovereign debt overload that is crushing much of Europe. They're just shuffling it around. There are two things in it that are very worrisome. The IMF, $250 billion, and the no haircuts. Now, the IMF is either another circular shuffle where the European countries are going to put in $250 billion in loans and then take it back out, or the IMF is taking on credit risk, which means the U.S. taxpayer is faced with $40 billion of exposure against that 250. I'm not sure which it is, but it's pointless. More importantly, they've gotten rid of the haircut on the debt, which is the fundamental thing that the southern European countries need. They can't finance all that debt. There has to be a workout, a rescheduling, a reduction, and they've taken it off the table, mainly to protect the French banks, which are insolvent, massively insolvent. So that's what I think of this.
Yeah, you're pretty clear. You're clearly in favor of this. I mean, you're very optimistic. 2 weeks is pretty good considering what they've been able to put together so far. But there are serious potential ramifications. At least I think they are for us.
Right.
What are they if they don't figure this out? This whole thing out?
Clearly, Europe is heading into recession if it's not in recession already.
So they drag us
down
That is
too, spreading around the world. That is going to affect earnings in the S&P because a lot of it has just been inflation gains, an issue overhanging the stock market. Advanced case of the same sovereign debt crisis that we're facing in this country. We'll be facing it down next week.
But we don't want investors. It's here. Don't look Europe. As long as they're still, screwed up, it makes us look a lot better. Get fixed, because then that's when lenders start extracting a greater price from us.
Well, I think that, you can take comfort in that, but I wouldn't take much. Because 2 years ago, the Italians could borrow 5-year money or 2-year money at under 2% like we are today. Look what is happening at the moment. The bond market woke up. They realized that when you have 120% debt to GDP and you pay an honest interest rate, let's say 5% for long-term money, you're in deep trouble. That's where we are in this country, and we have a Congress that wants to bury us deeper.
Give us a quick take. Dagan's about to do a whole segment on the payroll tax debate here in the U.S. Right now, as soon as you leave, give us your quick take on that.
I think it's a total mistake. Payroll tax holiday, we can't afford a holiday. Percent for 25 years. It's going to increase if we $10 billion